What is up YouTube? It is Matty and I've got an excellent video to show you this time. It's something a little bit different than you're going to be used to, so I hope you guys are going to appreciate it. And it's the war versus Empire Jakarta. Now the reason this war is different, first it's a 40-40, so it's one of the first times we've done that size of war. But it was, the reason it was special is because we did a little caveat, and no Hogs or Loons were allowed in any attacking force. That includes Clan Castle, although defensive Clan Castle was fine. But any attack done was, there was no Hogs or Loons allowed in the comp. So all the Town Hall 9s, Town Hall 10s, whoever it was, had to improvise. In the actual war itself, you can see 78 out of 80 attacks done. There was Wax, who we're slightly worried about because he keeps missing wars, so we're worried that, I don't know, reach out to me, let us know you're alright, Wax, because genuinely concerned now. But anyway, moving on, we hit 27 3-stars in a war with how many Town Hall 10s? I think, is that a Town Hall 10? Hold on, let me just have a quick check. Yeah, that was a Town Hall 10, and was 11 might have been as well. Wow, okay, we got we got quite a number of Town Hall 10 3-stars here. 12 was as well. Holy hell. Okay, what in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this video down. I'm going to show the Town Hall 9 attacks in this video, and in the next video I'm going to show all the Town Hall 10 3-stars. I think that'll be a nice way to do it, to separate it down a bit. Those of you Town Hall 10 3-star enthusiasts out there, check out the next couple of videos, because I'll be uploading the Town Hall 10 3-stars, or if I happen to upload the 3-star video first, oh god, guys, just come on, hold on. If I happen to upload the 3-star video first of Town Hall 10s, look out for this video, because I'll be doing, well, yeah. Anyway, moving on. I think there were some Town Hall 8s right down at the bottom, so we're not going to bother with those. First one we're going to pick up is going to be by Nuke. Let's have a little look and see the attack done. So remember, no Hogs or Loons, because it adds a huge, almost, makes it very difficult for you, for the guys to get a nice 3-star. This attack though, all air defense is pretty much in the core. All he has to do is break in, get to the core, take them down, and then he's going to be able to use dragons to clean up the base. So, bit of an arch screen walk. I'm going to speed through these videos because some of the raids can be a lot less technical when you don't use Hogs or Loons. But this one, you know, he's doing an AQ walk, moving it quite a way through the base. He's got Golem going in now. Queen force to go, and a couple of witches as well. He needs those air defences to go down so that his dragons can move through freely, and you can see he's already sending his dragons through the one side. The king and the queen are doing work on the air defences. They're all down now, taking the extra defences down, and the dragons are just going to rage through to the rest of the base and finish up on the cannon at the top side, or the queen's going to get it first. Oh no, the dragon's there. Brilliant. Anyway, nice first 3-star. If you do see any Hogs or Loons, let me know, because I'll have to scold the member, but I'm pretty confident that there weren't any used in the video, in the war, although I didn't see every single attack. This is a Masco Wee Wee, so using a Giant's Allure, pull with witches, distract with witches, golems down, loads more witches in, look, rage, jump in, and he's going to have a plan for jumping out as well by the look of it, raging in the core. So this is an old school go wee wee raid. It's really interesting to see, because this is just stuff that I haven't witnessed in months. The queen is taking down those cannons, which was kind of clutch, and then the wizards and the golems are up front distracting and bringing home the 3-star again. So double 3-star by Nuke. Well done, sir, cleaning out the bottom side of the attacks. David, what have you got? Another sort of Town Hall 8 level defense, and he's doing 8 healers, which is insane. Earthquake to break in. He's got Peckers in his army comp, giant, single giant there. I don't know if the giant's for a lure or something. 4 healers on the queen, and the queen is starting to move north side. Giant at the top to take down that single wizard tower. We've established what that's for now. Trying to funnel the queen in by the look of it. Is she going to go? Maybe not. The dragon has come and started hitting the healers, which is always a bit risky. King going in now, pushing into the core. Look, And what has he got to take on the rest? He's doing like he's doing pecker walks around the outside of the base. That's crazy. Jump spell as well to help his golems go through. Queen's ripping out the core with the help of the golem tanking up front. And those walking peckers are just distracting things, so allowing the queen to move around the outside of the base, the inside of the base, and take everything down. So very interesting attack, actually, that one was. Very different and unique. Always nice to see. It's sort of forcing us to be creative, I suppose, with without using the Hogs and Loons. It really is a massive handicap. So you're going to see lots of Valkyries, dragons, earthquakes, you know, witches, all the stuff that you can that you wouldn't. Well, I suppose you wouldn't normally throw dragons into a raid unless you're doing like an Archqueen kill, if she's in a bunker and that sort of thing. But it just forces your hand to try something a little bit new. So here we go. Look, it's going to be like a front end go with a back end drag by the look of it. I'm just going to speed up now because he's going to drop the. He's got poison to help down the CC kill. Heroes going in with witches up front to help as well. Golems in. Once the heroes start going into the core, things can really start to kick off. Quad testers can do some crazy ass damage to anything really, so he needs the king to take them down quick, which he is. Queen's just a little bit distracted, did pop the ability there, but here come the back end dragons. Look, because he didn't need to, well, once the air defences are gone, that's at the end of the raid now, so just going to speed through. Nice little 3-star by Temetric using a go with back end dragons, very nice. It was made a little bit slightly easier. A lot of these bases were sort of anti-2-star designs. DLS showing with the next one, more of a sort of a Covenanty 2-star base. He's going to do a Go Wee Weaver, so with double jump. So assume breaking the first couple of layers of wall and just trying to use the jump to get into the back end of the base. Maybe see how far he can break in with quite a number of wall breakers. Has he used them all? I think he's used them all now. Witch is going up front. Look, the dragon is there taking down the one of the golems, but he's going to wait for the dragon to go down, because once that does, he's got a route in. There go the Valkyries. They're going to rush in. Everything's sort of going into the core now, which is great. Wizards helping take down a couple of outside buildings. Queen going in. Queen taking down the dragon. There it is. The dragon seems to survive an awful long time then. Valkyries in the core now. Once they're in under heal, they're going to just tear the whole thing inside out. And the whole bottom side of the base is done now, so he's just going to need to jump to break into the left compartment, because on the right side he's got his king and queen helping take down those buildings. So quite a smart decision, I think, there to actually use that jump to help those skellies get in and distract the Tesla, which is going to actually result in the wizard tower going down, which it just about did, kept that witch alive. Meanwhile, we're going to shoot back over to the right hand side of the base. The king is doing a bit of a distraction job. Witch is distracting as well. The queen is getting hit, so he did need to pop the ability because of the expo, but the queen's going to go clutch and take the expo down now. And now the raid is sort of coming to a close. I mean, the king's going to be the key here by the look of it, tanking some defences, stopping that mortar from doing some serious damage. King going to break in. Oh no, there's something up top, another tester at top. How annoying is that? Anyway, didn't matter too much in the end. He was able to pull away with the 3-star, so that's pretty sick. So good job by DLS bringing home a 3-star for the clan. Next one is Tread. Let's have a look what you're bringing. Okay, we've got like the shuriken design. Another Go Wee Weaver. So starting down the bottom side of the base, couple of golems in, 3 golems by the look of it. Yep, king and queen in, nice and easy funnel. Valkyries in. 1 jump spell. I think he's got a heal in and a rage spell in the core. Second jump spell to break in the other compartment. Look, the troops are moving nicely around the base, and they're going to come to that final compartment, which is always where the trouble happens. Which is where, if you just had a group of like even 7-8 hogs with a heal spell just to go and rush in, it'd make such a big difference. It really would. But anyway, sort of brute forcing his way into that arch tower and taking it down in the end. So that it worked, believe it or not, which is nice to see. And moving on through up to Pan. So yeah, we are sort of shooting through these raids, and there is a reason for that, which is basically because I've lost my words. We're shooting through the raids because there's a lot to go through. Simple as that. So a couple of lightning spells down and an earthquake on the one air defense to take it down. He was hoping maybe the lightning would take down the extra air defense as well, which it didn't. But he is doing a mini rush down the bottom side. Look, the single golem going in, king and queen going in. He just needs to get those extra air defenses and the queen, get the CC pull as well and take that down if he can. It's all going to help. And then the dragon kill. Dragons to take down the rest of the base. Now I assume he's going to try and rush the dragons in somewhere. We're going to speed it up. The CC kill is happening. It has sort of worked. Yep. And there he's rushing the side. He got a hound. That's quite clever actually. Really good idea to bring that hound in, because that's made his life a lot easier. It tanked that first air defense, which was brilliant. It's popped. It's tanked for the dragons. So what an interesting little addition there. Because I was worried that air defense would have taken down quite a few of the dragons, but because he popped the hound basically over the top of it, it made a huge difference in the raid, I think. Jack's up now, and I'm guessing he's going to do an Arch Queen walk and definitely make some use of Valkyries, because that seems custom to Jack's style. What have we got? Arch Queen walk, sweet. Wizards creating a nice funnel for him. Queen's going to pull to the right, or she should do. There you go. Look, taking down the king now. Got the king and didn't need to pop the ability, which always helps, particularly now the CC comes. Poison on the CC. Oh man, he's got balls. I would have popped the ability then. Anyway, he's breaking in the rest of the base now. Golem, Valkyries, everything going in, and it's just going to be an absolute massacre. Got that extra jump spell as well to help. Going to probably drop the jump spell north of the expo. Yep, there you go. Look, getting into all those compartments, and there's basically, I don't think there's anything that can not be reached now by the troops. So he's made his life very easy. Still heroes on almost full health. Finally, the king is starting to get targeted. Pops that ability down. There's not much splash damage to take down those barbarians, so that's going to add actually a lot of value to the raid as well, for the tanking ability alone, as well as the damage that they can actually do. So Jack has absolutely wrecked that base, destroyed it completely. Brilliant attack, great to see, nicely worked out. Jack, you're a hero. Anyway, moving on up to probably about number 28. It's actually number 27 we're going to see, because 28 was one of the ones that got away. So in with Krull. Let's have a look. Epic, it's just a go wee. It's as simple as it is. Jumps, golems, wizards. I imagine an extra golem in the CC. You can't get much simpler in terms of an army deployment than this, unless you're just going like with 11 dragons. But yeah, just he holds some wizards back. This is the kind of the key bit now. So the golems are there, jumping in. You have to use the jumps very cleverly. You have to plan where those jumps are going to go, because you need to make maximum, particularly on a base that's that compartmentalised, you need those jumps to be spot on so that all the troops go in and can get maximum reach throughout the base, because the last thing you want is for those golems to get sort of gridlocked in, because as soon as they do, he's going to struggle. Pumping in some extra wizards on the flanks by the look of it. A couple of extra going into the core as well, it looks like. They're going to add a little bit of value to help take down the CC. That you can see that jump spell again, letting him into a load of compartments. And now the king kill's about to happen. On the north side of the base, the golem's still breaking through. Queen is moving around the outside, and another nice jump spell actually, because that's going to get him into the final few compartments. Trying to drop some back end wizards. I think he's misplacing them a little bit. You don't want to waste them. You want to wait till the defenses are distracted before you use them. I know you probably want to try and get there and tank those defenses, but a little bit of patience normally doesn't go amiss. Obviously if you're too patient and everything's dead, then it's a little bit pointless. But anyway, Queen's in a good position now. She's going to hop. There she is, and that's going to give her access to all three defenses, I think. So I'm just going to speed up now. We're going to watch the Queen just take it down. She is stuck on a wall now. The cannon will go down eventually though. There you go. And now the raid is over. So beautiful attack. Nice to see simplistic style attacks used to a maximum effect. Savoni up next. He's going to Savoni. Venaris always brings something interesting against the general as well. Big go wee wee. Wow, very interesting golem dropping actually. That's really interesting. huge amounts of wizards. Now I think what he's going to try and do is to almost take down the entire outer layer and first inner layer of defences with wizards. So you can see actually the wizards are jumping up the top. So look at the top side. They're actually getting in there and taking down those layers of defences, which is what he wants to happen. Bottom side's done it as well, look. And actually he's going to start trying to converge everything into the core. Now Queen's going in, Witches are going in. He needs that core to go down, because once it does, it's going to leave very few defences left, and a direct route into the final defences being the Arch Tower Teslas and bottom side cannon. So the jump spell, if he places it correctly, probably next to that sweeper, will get him into, there you go, look, all those compartments, and then he's done. So very intelligently attacked there. Love the use of the wizards to take down the outer layer of defences. Love the use of the golems for the just perfect tanking of all that. And look at this, just pumping into the final compartments now. Loads of golems heading in there. Queen not even used the ability. She's only a level 20 anyway. But he hasn't even needed to. A level 5 Queen would have probably survived this raid and been able to be some use. So great job. I mean, if you're looking to 3-star without using Hogs and Loons, I mean, as stupid as that probably is, there are ways and means to go about it, which we've clearly established in this war. So I hope you're enjoying this sort of content. There's a minute and a half of cleanup, so I'm not going to watch all that. It's just Queen running around taking buildings down. 25 got away as well. Number 24, we got Jesse. Let's see what he's got. So interesting design actually. And it's the Go Wiz. So I'm just going to do it in 4 times speed. You can watch golems and wizards just absolutely tear through a base. 5 golems, 25 wizards, pretty standard army comp, 4 jump and a poison for the CC. Just got to keep the troops moving forward and fluently through the base. Queen and King have got gridlocked now, lets them back in the base, which was a very smart idea, although now he's got a huge section at the north side which has not got much coverage, and a lot of the golems have died, so he's going to need to get very lucky with his hero placement here, which by the look of it he has done very nicely timed on the Queen ability. So scraped it but got it, getting it to the key. That could have easily gone south actually. It looked a little bit risky. But shout out to Jesse for pulling through and getting it done. Nice patience. The Holy always brings something interesting as well. Let's see what he's brought to this one. Go Wiz again. Initial jumps down. Wad of golems in. Huge raining arc of wizards to take down the outer layer of defences. Then helping move in. I think he's going to wait till the golems move to the north side of the base and doing a huge arc around the top side maybe. Something like that. There they go, look, he's just waiting for each defence to sort of get distracted, then just pumping those extra wizards in, and I bet he had about a minute and a half left on the clock after that raid, so crazy. 23 done. Moving on up, 22 got away and 21 got away. Obviously we weren't able to bring the perfect war this time. GGF is a dip. Clashing Matty is me, and I didn't show this raid. I didn't do a live raid on this because I was too tired and I thought I was just going to fail. So let's talk about it, and big shout out to Dave / Xliv who helped me with this strategy, because I was just wrecked. I couldn't think for myself for whatever reason. I was just tired. I wasn't confident that I was going to do it by myself. But anyway, look, my Queen is taking some serious damage, but the healers are trying to keep her alive. Golems going in, wizards creating the funnel down the bottom side of the base. What I'm trying to do is break in. I needed to pop the Queen ability here. I think I just about get it. A little bit risky, but I'm trying to break in with the golems, send the King in, the Valkyries in, everything like that, while the Queen walks around the north side of the base and takes all the defences within reach out on her way. So I dropped the poison spell down. I was very late on my King drop. I was very late on my Valkyrie drop as well. And I think I was late on my second jump spell drop as well, and that wizard tower didn't go down either, which I needed to make sure that did, so a bit better on the wizard drop wouldn't have gone amiss. Tried to recoup it, look, but that was a stupid idea because nothing was tanking, so those wizards just ended up almost suiciding. And yeah, you can see I was a little bit late on that second jump spell. The Valkyries are moving through the base. The King is doing some good damage. And the Queen is moving around the outside of the base as well and taking down the buildings. So unfortunately, if I'd have had a little bit better on the left side, got a good wizard down, and if I'd have dropped that jump spell down sooner as well, got the troops moving through, I think this raid could have been a hell of a lot smoother. But I get it. The Queen carries on moving around. The Golem's tanking now. Look, King's to go up the north side, and then the Golem goes all the way back through, tanks for that arch tower. Then the Queen goes the whole way around the outside of the base and ends up going to take down those extra 3 defences. So she absolutely clutched it back for me. I was able to do the 3-star. So yes, it was a pretty shocking deployment, but I still managed to bring it home. Now this is how this attack should be done. Okay, let's watch how David actually does get the do it in a nice clean way. Okay, so Queen Walkie looks like he wants it to go north. She's going to take the arch tower, then the cannon, then she should push north to the gold. Oh no, the gold mine first. Dave's a lot better at the maths than me, and now she's going to head north. There you go. So she's going to run around the outside of the base. Meanwhile, I've got a couple of golems here, wizards, witches, and then he's going to send his Valkyries in. Those witch skellies do the initial bit of tanking. They're breaking in now. The golem's going through, drops the King, drops the Valkyries as well. Everything's going to go in nicely. He's going to use the poison early on the CC to take it down, look. So very nicely timed on that. Because there's skellies there, because there's Valkyries, he's dropped a heal and a rage to take everything down there, just to deal with the CC, the Queen, the everything. Early doors, and just try and give him that advantage of extra troops ready for the back end of the raid. Only problem is, if he'd have had a couple of Hogs, could have dropped them onto the tester up there, could take that down, or a Loon even could have done the exact same thing. So it is a really big disadvantage not having Hogs and Loons, because they can add so much value to raids. It's untrue, but we persevered. David persevered, tried to break through the final layer of wall, and he's just having to use brute force now. The Queen is still moving around the outside. He needs his King to get in, because once his King is in, but look what's happening at the top side here, the bottom side, sorry. Witch Skelly's breaking through with wizards backing them, so you've got like a deathly combo of some DPS troops over there being those wizards. The King's now broken through the extra compartment, and the wizard's going to go and clutch that cannon. By the look of it, not quite. Cannon's going to survive a little bit longer, but the Queen's going to come around and have him anyway. So and neither hero ability used. What a mofo! I don't have a better word for him. He's just insane. I know he's got an attack on number 14 as well, and 16. At least he's not on 15. If he'd have been on 17, 16, 15 and 14, I'd have been like, I don't know what I'd have done. I'd have probably just quit. He did have 2 attempts on this base, I remember now. First one he kind of missed it, and I think on this one he got a little bit lucky as well, maybe, if this is from memory. So Queen walking around the outside initially, King, a couple of golems at the top side, wall breakers to get him in, wizards to funnel. Wizards will then push forward and take down the enemy King, which is what he wants. There they go, look. King won't survive too long. His friendly King in. Gonna pump in the Valkyries now, look. There they go. Oh my god, I remember this raid now. He does a Valkyrie walk. What an absolute hero. So, rage and first heal down, I imagine, soon to keep those Valkyries nice and alive while they push through the initial Town Hall Expo, that sort of thing. You can see they like to run nice and forward and get into the compartment. Throw an extra wizard in to help go and take some building down. Queen's still moving around the outside, so she's doing exactly what she was designed to do, taking all the point defense down there. Once the core's gotten rid of and the Queen's move around the outside, there's not much of the base left. But look at this. Here it is. 2 Valkyries at the top and 2 healers on the Valkyries. Wizards to help create that funnel as well. So the Valkyries are actually going to survive, hopefully. At least one of them's going to. The wizard at the top is coming around to clutch, trying to help as well. Extra wizard in to help take down that archer tower. Once the archer tower goes down, the healers should be able to get away with healing that Valkyrie up to full health. And then the wizard is taking down the extra cannon as well. Queen's still moving down the bottom side. Look, she's taking defences after defence down. There are some extra buildings that have been missed in the process. The gold storage, the drill, the golem might slap in the mortar, which he's just done. The Queen's now going to start breaking into wall, leaving those external buildings there as well. So it's all a bit tongue-in-cheek. Come on, like, can he? But it turns out that yes, he can. So the Queen's going to carry on busting through, and then she's got to bust through another wall because the Golemite's going to be absolutely useless. But they've got the 3-star on a bit of a tricky... Well, it was a Town Hall 10, but obviously it was a Town Hall 9 defence level. Chase coming in as well. What have we got? A Queen Walk Go-wee? I don't know. Yeah, there's no Valkyries there, so Queen Walk Go Whiz by the look of it. Queen's taking out some outside buildings. She's going to start pushing north, taking the defences down the way. There is quite a few defences she's going to actually come across at the same time at the top, particularly all those bloody arch towers. That's an insane amount. Golem's going into tank at the bottom side of the base with a load of wizards as well, so the wizards are going to really help. He's got an extra golem, and he's going to sort of do a wall of wizards to take down those buildings as well. Meanwhile, the Queen is only taking down a couple, or getting hit by a couple of arch towers at once, which is going to be great for her because it's going to not let them take too much of her health down. So he's doing like a huge go whiz down the bottom side and an AQ walk at the top side, and because there's so many actual point defence up there, everyone he can take down is going to add that little bit of advantage for the raid. Got a load of golems moving on to that expo now, and yeah, so what he's done is essentially just done a slightly more advanced go whiz attack with a Queen Walk involved to help take down a lot of the buildings. So great. It was awesome to see a lot of hybrid attacks done, which is what I suppose we wanted when we when Van announced that this was what we were going to be doing. Golem's still tanking for that expo, and luckily able to bring the last couple of buildings down and get the 3-star. So huge shout out to Chase. That's an awesome raid. Looking great. Here we go. We've got number 14 with X-Live, number 13 with Epic, and then we are done for this video. So look out for the Town Hall 10 3-stars in the other video, unless I've already uploaded it, in which case you already know about it and you're here thinking, what is he on about? Anyway, Queen Walk to start. It looks like the Jack attack almost. It's it's a David original. So Queen is taking down the outside buildings. She's going to start heading north, I would guess, based on the ways in the funneling. And now he's got a couple of golems down, doing the single drop wall breakers to make sure that they don't get splat, or that they don't get all taken down at once. And he's walked away with an extra wall breaker because all 3 wall breakers were successful and there were no mini bombs to take him down. So he's always got that little backup plan there of that extra wall breaker. And yeah, the troops are moving in. As soon as the dragon's going to come out, I imagine he's going to drop the poison down nice and early. Yes, very nicely timed there. The Queen's carrying on moving north, taking down all the buildings on her route, going to take down some extra point defence as well. And it's the main sort of Valkyrie golem sort of, well, it's like a mini go weaver going on with an AQ walk to help take down some outside buildings. So again, another sort of bunch of strategies that have been fought. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend doing it with the added benefit of some back end hogs or loons or anything like that to reinforce the army, because imagine the power if you can just throw some defense targeting units in that can just go in and take the immediate defense. If you can plan that and combine that into any of these style attacks of the go whiz, the go weavers, all these attacks can be done with the added value that hogs and loons can bring. And I think that is opening a lot of our eyes to actually, a lot of these simplistic style attacks can have a lot of value added and still be used to get 3-stars, particularly with the advantage of some of the new wave sort of attacks. So yeah, I hope that made sense. Sounded right in my head, but me verbalising it might have completely cocked it up. So let's look at Epic. Big Epic base. I mean, centralised king and queen. It's a big open base. So for healers on the queen, taking down the external, the initial trash buildings. She's going to go and take down the cannon eventually. Double healer on the golem as well to keep him regaining health, and a couple of wizards to funnel as well. That wizard was a lot of value because it's actually going to go and help take down that cannon, which was kind of key as well. And there it is, look, cannon kill, which was always nice, because now the poignancy of that is that the golem's going to start regaining health. He's using wall breakers to he actually used a wall breaker to get the CC pull then. Look at this, and a Valkyrie to go and finish the CC pull. Poison spell down. The CC are moving towards the golem, but he's throwing wizards in there to go and help go and get them. Queen's moving north side still. She's just having a dance around the outside of the base, distracting the expo. Needs to rely on those wizards to actually take down the dragon, and it looks like they're going to. King down, rage spell down. It's time to go and do the main core attack by the look of it, throwing the extra Valkyries in. He's got a couple of goblins for the back end, and now this is where the core main attack is going to happen. Extra jump spell to get the troops carry on moving cleanly through the base. Wizards are doing a good job. Just trying to keep up with what's going on. Queen's still moving around the outside of the base, but she's going to be a little while before she encounters any more defences. Meanwhile, the Valkyries are taking down the core. Town Hall's about to drop. King is slapping wall. Wizards seem to be the clutch things here, because the wizards if the Tesla wasn't there, the wizards could have done a lot better. The healers are helping to regenerate that king though, and he's just slapping through. Queen's looking like she's in a bit of trouble. He dropped the ability, take down the cannon, get down the extra arch tower as well in a second, but he's only got, I think, one healer left on it. So it's just all about perseverance with this king here, and I'm telling you now, this raid looks like it's going to be very, very close, because this back end, oh wow, if she survives this bit, this is done. If she can just survive that cannon, get it killed. Oh my god, the healer's just left her. Wow, healer, you dick, you ran into an air defense. And almost left your beautiful queen to die, but she survived because she's a beast. Right, king just about alive as well. This is potentially the closest raid I've ever seen. That healer, those healers have absolutely clutched it, just given the healer knew my king's going to need me in a minute, and it flew back over to give him some health, to let him survive those double giant bombs and get the 3-star, or help get the 3-star. Wow. That was epic, and what an epic way to finish this recap as well. Insane attacks, so cool to not see any Hogs and Loons, even though the basis and fundamentals of my channel are all about Hogs and Loons. To not have them in your arsenal was so weird and exciting for the clan. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this recap, this special war. I certainly did, and yeah, see you guys on the next one. Peace.